So today we're going to go ahead and descale this machine. What I use is this product here, but inside here is not the actual product that comes in it. I just fill this with citric acid. It's a powdered form, and I'm going to put some of this inside the side tank and dilute it, and then I'll start the machine for the cleaning cycle. We'll start that in a minute. So back here, we're going to come around here. To empty the machine, you got to take this thing off, unplug both sides, and just let it drain. I have this tube marked with the black mark on it, so I know which side gets hooked up to the reservoir for the side tank. Okay? What I do is I pour, I don't know, maybe about 2 or 3 tablespoons of this stuff in here. I don't measure it, I just pour it in, about like that. And then I'll shake it up so it gets diluted really well. And then I'll put it in the machine, or in the side tank here. I've already plugged the side tank and the machine back where they're supposed to go. So I'm gonna sit that there. Then I'm gonna come around here to the back, and you have to switch this switch to the cleaning cycle. So it's on right there for ice. Go this way for cleaning cycle, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. And then I'm going to hit the button and let it start doing its thing. This is a cleaning cycle. You're going to press the button probably about 5 times until this yellow light goes all the way to the top again. So we'll press it. It's going to start the cleaning cycle. But what I do, sometimes I'll just add water into the tank to prime the machine. So you can see right now that it's already going in there. But what I like to do is just go ahead and add some water to the machine. Because right now the machine is not primed, so I'll add some inside the actual tank where the water goes. But I think it is priming, but we'll see anyway. So add some in here. And we'll see. Take this little screen off. Set that aside. And if you put your finger in here on the little white suction thing, see, it's sucking. So we know that it's getting primed. If the machine doesn't get primed, then the water won't circulate the way it's supposed to. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now you can tell right here that the water is flowing in the machine, so we know that it's circulating through the water tank and then through the machine. So when this button stops, we'll go ahead and press it again and just let this circulate without emptying the water tank or the machine. Just let it go through like 5 times and just recycle the water. And that's what you do for this phase. As you could tell, what I did, I went to the refrigerator and I filled this cup up with refrigerator water, because that's filtered through there, and it also has a filter under the cabinet over here that filters the water also. That way I know that the water's clean and I don't have to worry about anything. So okay, so this phase stopped, right? I'm gonna press it again. As you can tell, the water is still flowing, okay? So we're gonna do that about 3 more times after that. We'll come back to you. Okay, so now we're finished with the process, the cleaning process. What we're gonna do now is just go ahead and empty the water from here. Let's shake it up a little bit, make sure we get all those granules out of here. And we're going to fill this up with fresh water in a little bit, and then we're going to run the process again. That's what we just did, but maybe just 2 or 3 times. There's no rhyme or reason to it or how many times you do it. Okay, so we'll set this aside. And then we're going to empty the machine and this reservoir. So just unplug it here, unplug it here, and just let it drain. It's going to take a few minutes, and then we'll start the next process. So I washed out this tank, rinsed it out, made sure the citric acid was all gone. I used the refrigerator water again, filled it up halfway, and we're going to run the same cycle that we did with the citric acid blend without it. Probably just 3 times though. We're going to recycle it 3 times. And then we'll clean out the machine, clean out everything else with these microfiber towels, because as you can tell inside there, it might look filmy inside there. So yeah, that's all scaling we have to get rid of, okay? So now look at the machine, it's nice and clean. I wiped it out really good, there's no more film. But if you look up on top, there's like some little sensors. I'm not sure if you can see them or not. There's one right here. And there's another one over here, the same side, same type of thing. It's to monitor the interior of the machine. It tells you if it's dirty, and that's what gets kind of caked up with residue on it, and it'll tell you the machine is dirty. So make sure those are always clean. And then just clean the front of it, make it look nice. And then I'm gonna show you in a minute what the machine looks like when it's all done. Okay, so here we are, it's all clean. The side tank is full of fresh water, and I put some water inside the machine also. And then I switched the switch on the back to ice. So then don't plug it in until everything's set up, because if you do, the machine will start running and it'll get air inside the lines and it'll be a pain to clear them out. So now that it's clean, I'll go ahead and plug it in, and then it'll start making ice. One thing you have to mention is that on the sides, you need ventilation on both sides. I have plenty of ventilation here on the sides and on the back, so air can get through there and circulate. If it doesn't, the machine will get hot and the ice won't produce because it'll be too warm. So I've had this machine for a couple years. I've only had to clean it like I've been doing. I never had any problems with it. I've been doing the same thing over and over, and it turns out really good. So that's it. That's the way you clean the Opal Ice Machine. Here it is. It's going to take a second to load up, but it's all clean. It started. I added some water inside the reservoir down here, so I didn't have to keep adding more and prime it. It has to be primed, so if you have enough water in the reservoir, it'll prime by itself. So there you go. So I put just enough to fill up above that outlet right there. And also don't forget to clean that little filter that comes with it, because it will not work properly also. Just make sure you put it back in. That's it. Have fun.